Dan mit Abstand also das der beste Versuch. Da hat er nochmal 72 Hundertstel abgefeilt von der bisherigen Bestzeit von Dave Prince, seinem britischen Landsmann, mit Just Another Invader. Monkey Power nun schon vorgezogen. Und das Go-Zeichen des Starters. Theo Sharp versucht nun die richtige Mischung zwischen Gas und Kupplung zu finden. Muss da ein bisschen korrigieren und schafft deswegen die Distanz nicht. Nach 51,84 Meter Monkey Power, also am Ende der Kraft. Das war der 9. Teilnehmer und damit ist auch er vorzeitig draußen. Red Devil Chris de Graaf, wieder einer der Lieblinge der Fans, Lokalheld hier in Rotterdam, in der Ahoy-Halle, und ganz große Probleme sehen, so wird er mit Sicherheit nicht schaffen, aus diesem Winkel wieder den Schwung zu bekommen, den er braucht, um den sehr schweren Zugwagen, dessen Gewicht weiter und weiter nach vorne wandert, je länger die Kombination unterwegs ist, um nochmal aus dem Stand vorzufahren. 49,01 Meter. Damit ist auch Chris de Graaf leider vorzeitig ausgeschieden. So, das sind die bisherigen Bestleistungen in der Reihenfolge der Starts. Das heißt, das sind auch die Teilnehmer, die wir jetzt noch einmal sehen werden im Stechen um den Gesamtsieg in der Klasse bis 3400 Kilogramm der Modified Version, der modifizierten, tuneden Version also. Ja, und das war ein schlechter Versuch von Eager Beaver. 31,59 Meter, da hat er von Anfang an das nicht richtig hingekriegt. Fünf Fahrzeuge haben also den Full Pull geschafft und Eager Beaver damit zumindest Fünfte. Diesen Platz hat er auf jeden Fall sicher. Kommt jetzt drauf an, was die Konkurrenz macht. Just Another Invader. Dave Prince. Das Gewicht natürlich inzwischen erhöht, hinten auf dem Wagen, und auch er schafft das nicht ganz, aber ist deutlich weiter als Jan van Driest. Just Another Invader, 56,60 Meter, damit zunächst mal auf Platz 1. Aber nun kommt noch Desperate Dan, inzwischen auch Asterix und Museum Scat schon auf der Bahn gewesen. Eager Beaver hat den schwächsten Versuch, ist damit Fünfter. Museum Scat zunächst mal auf Platz 4, Asterix Dritter, Just Another Invader nun aber der Spitzenreiter, und die Frage, wird Brian Armistead nun Platz 1 oder Platz 2 holen, oder wird er sogar vielleicht ganz weit zurückfallen? Nicht zu erwarten nach seinen konstanten Leistungen in den letzten Jahren, aber auch ihn kann es noch erwischen. Die Maßgabe also 56,60 Meter, wenn er das schafft oder übertreffen kann natürlich, übertreffen kann um 1 Zentimeter, dann ist der Sieger, sonst muss er sich Platz 1 gemeinsam teilen. Jedenfalls wird es einen dritten Sieg gegeben in Rotterdam. Ja, und er schafft es in der Tat 57,39 Meter, und damit ist Brian Armistead mit Desperate Dan der Sieger dieser 14. Europameisterschaft im Superpool dieser Klasse. 5 Big Block Motoren, die hier Desperate Dan nach vorne treiben, und er schafft es. Lorbeerkranz also für ihn und Standing Ovation der Fans. Die offiziellen Ergebnisse blenden wir Ihnen jetzt ein in der Klasse bis 3,4 Tonnen also. Desperate Dan vor Just Another Invader, britischer Doppelsieg. Dritter Asterix, 4. Museum Scat aus Deutschland und 5. Platz für Eager Beaver. Und wir melden uns dann gleich wieder aus Jerez in Spanien mit Motocross.
straight up and down. Well, he will be trying his best to put it past 120. It would be real tough for him tonight.
The Wild Child. Not a bad pull for a guy who admits that his truck does not perform on a track of this consistency. He likes a track with bite. No bite tonight, but the Wild Child does pretty well.
I thought it was an excellent run for him. I thought all the way around the truck hooked up extremely well. Everything looked good. Let's watch it. It's good to see if actually cut the way he wants them on the front of it. He's got a little bit, not turning the tires nearly as hard as we've seen other people do earlier tonight. I think that's probably the key to this situation. Slow those tires down. We said that earlier. You don't want to do it, and we've just received word that the Wild Child, Rob Brody, has gone the distance, so we've got to pull off.
There is the other truck involved in the pull-off as we speak right now. Freight train with a full pull, 120 feet. Actually, when he pulled, they were measuring distance, and it was well over 120 feet. But it's now the Wild Child and the freight train in the pull-off. There could be more that join the party, though. You never know. One may be this truck. This is Big Daddy, Kevin Brooks, out of Townsend, Vermont. 79 Ford, 500 cubic inch. Interestingly enough, Kevin Brooks is 17 years old, is a sophomore in high school. His dad has driven this truck up until this year. Kevin got his license and said, "Pop, I'm going to drive." And his dad said, "Go right ahead." So Kevin Brooks, at the tender age of 17, will try to join the pull-off.
Close.
He got very close.
500 cubic inch Ford with an automatic in it. That's a sweet setup on a track like you're looking at tonight.
The wheel's so important on this kind of track, Mike, and you can see his tire speed real well here.
Well, I think a lot of this has to do with the automatic transmission. That's a good piece to have in a track like this when you don't want to turn the tires nearly as hard as you would with a direct hookup on the clutch.
Look at that dirt getting thrown back by the front tires. That
hitting the rear tires, correct.
Creating more work for the rear tires.
Exactly, and that's loose dirt that's going down on the track, and that's just another very, very fine camera work. See a little heat coming out from under it. They've got the hood up on it.
Yep. I guess Kevin is too young to smoke, but not the truck. There's Kevin, 17 years old, sophomore in high school. And there's his dad helping him. That's his dad, David. Big Daddy, Little Sonny, combined they get a first pull of 116 feet, 2 1/4 inches. I'll tell you, tip one, if you're coming to a truck pull, bring something for the ears, particularly for the little kids. And there's a mom who knew exactly what to do, and a dad who was on the same page. Just little earplugs. If you don't have any at home, they sell them at the arena, and it's probably the best investment you can make. I think they only cost $1 or $2. Keeps your ears protected from such ground-pounding action as the ground pounder. This is Bob Hart from just up the road in Nashua, New Hampshire. 86 Chevy, 512 cubic inch engine, and a driver deluxe. Bob Hart is a big name in this sport.
That was a good puller. Boy, I love this truck. Beautiful artwork on it.
You also got to have power and distance, and unfortunately, Bob will not be in the pull-off tonight.
Tried real hard. Beautiful black truck.
There's Bob.
512 cubic inches. He also running through carburetors.
A little bit of the red tint to the windows there, too. 120 feet is how far you got to go to get in the big show. And in the pull-off so far tonight, Freight Train, Mike Wall's fine, fast vehicle, and the Wild Child, Rob Perotti from right down the road in Rhode Island. And Call the Hospital. Alert ICU. Give me 10 cc of pure blood. We've got Critical Condition backing up and looking for a shot at the big show from Canterbury, Connecticut. This is Mark Weeks, a landscaper, an excavator, and a fellow who really wants to do the trick tonight, because last night he ran back into a tractor, smashed the front end of his truck, and had to do some long work through the night to get it ready for this.
It's tough to pull when you run into a tractor.
Tractors don't move all that easily.
No, they don't.
Here's what he has got to pull. All the way to the top and then some. Critical Condition. Well, that's not bad at all.
No, it isn't. Automatic transmission in that truck helps. Let's watch the Critical Condition as he leaves the starting line. And I think the automatic is the most important part on this truck. 514 inches is about right of the Boss Hemi motor, the old shotgun Hemi motor. But the automatic, that's where the key to this pull is. Just stop breaking the tires loose real quick. Just ease it into it and get him down the track. Put it in a good contention for money here tonight.
Critical Condition, well, it won't get him discharged from the hospital, but it might get him upgraded to stable. 114 feet, 4.5 inches is his pull tonight. Well, he's had one run at it tonight. He'll come back for another in this truck. Wild Hair. This is Dan Quello, the top dog from Turlock, California. This is 79 Dodge, 572 Hemi engine. And as we all know, that Dan Quello, 47 years old. And now quasi-legendary Dan Quello will go down the track for the second time tonight.
President of Danco Trailers, by the way. And couldn't do it.
Well, when you own the company, you can be president.
Well, that's right. But he could not do this without his wife. I'll tell you that.
Well, we'll see if the two of them can make it work here. Going to be real close.
Oh, he's there. He's in the pull-off.
The Wild Hair could do maybe what the Red Rabbit could not, and Quello, as is his trademark, waving the rabbit.
Tires over 6 or 8 inches.
There's who's in the pull-off. The modified pull-off has come down to a battle of 3 trucks, the Freight Train, the Wild Child, and the Wild Hair. So one with a power name and 2 that maybe defied discipline. The Freight Train will be the first one out of the chute tonight. And Mike Wall, back when they were still measuring total distance, pulled a 122.7 3/4 inches.
He actually pulled further than anyone here tonight.
The track, though, was in much better shape than it was when the last 2 guys went. We'll see if it holds up now.
Early puller, and he went to the motor hard.
Interesting in the sense that he stops, goes no further, and if you notice where the box top is, it's halfway up the sled. Normally, you would see it all the way up at the top at this point. I guess that's another commentary on the track.
True.
So for a fellow that went 122 and changed the first time out, this is not exactly what he had in mind.
Well, see the winning pull. He asked for the motor early in the competition and got some good response out of it. I thought he did well. The box is a little heavier, going up a little quicker this time around, so that could be a winner. I doubt it, but it could be a winner.
Well, the Freight Train doesn't get sidetracked in the pull-off, 112 feet, 2.5 inches, and so Mike Wall goes to the sidelines and waits to see if it will hold up. Well, here is Rob Perotti, the Wild Child. We saw him earlier conversing with the sled operator. And we'll see if the strategy that he has picked will work for him. He went the full distance the last time, and now this classic of a cab will back up and try a hitch. And Mike, it almost looks like he has his tires kind of pushed in.
Well, he's got the front end pushed in. Look at this intake manifold. This is something new. It's kind of a Rob Perotti special. It's unlike anything we've seen in the past.
Looks like something's missing.
The carburetors, but that's a sweet setup. That's a brand new injection system Rob's working on with Wild Child, and it can be a real key to success tonight. There's the pull chain and the safety chain, and then the little cable being the kill switch. Rob is just about ready to go. Everyone's got a different idea about the hitch angle, hitch height, and so on. It varies.
30 years old, Rob Perotti's been in the business for a while, has a pretty good 1989 going. We mentioned that he won the event that we televised a couple of months ago from the Meadowlands. Still waiting for parts for pistons that are not in, but with parts that he does not want to use anymore, he's doing very well, and here he is in the pull-off. And that is a fine pull.
Beautiful job. But Ken will notice when he see this in a replay. Backed off the throttle, let the tires slow down, and then hooked to the track, and then got back in it. Let's listen real close.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Slow down, back in the throttle. What he did, he slowed it down, got the tires to hook, then got back on the throttle, brought the truck to life, and it definitely got him a good bit more footage.
Well, the Wild Child certainly not wild tonight. He tamed the track and leads now with a pull of 125 feet, 7.5 inches. And, Mike, that's the best pull either in the pull-off or the regular competition that we've seen tonight. Well, Mike, here's the last chance. This is the man that has everything. Driving skill, engine power, and just sobbing to pull off the win tonight. Dan Coelho, the full pull early on, now must drive in excess of 125 feet to win this event tonight.
He's got just what you said, everything he needs.
He had a good first pull, and now knows that he must better the mark set by the Wild Child. This is the Wild Hare. Can a hare beat a child? As a loving couple that are driving on a Saturday night. We'll wait for the official measurement. The Wild Child went 125, and Coelho has come awfully close to that. The Wild Hare had to go 125 feet, 7.5 inches. That's what the Wild Child went. But Dan Coelho comes up about a foot and 2 inches short. 124 and 5. So the Wild Hare winds up in second place tonight. Well, there he is, the man of the night, Rob Perotti, behind the wheel of the Wild Child. It may be a wild child, but it tamed the track tonight. In the pull-off, the Wild Child races home with the win. Class is what?
Well, there's three major differences. The wheelbase, the hitch height, and what sticks through the hood is a supercharger.
All bigger and longer and more powerful.
Completely right, Ken. These are the top of the heap when it comes to four-wheel drive.
And when it comes to four-wheel drive, Ricky Bell is about as big a name as you can find. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and this is his truck, the Bad Intention.
Beautiful truck.
The motor there, the last part of that track.
He played with it, tried to get the tires hooked, tried to get them to hook, and then said, I'm going home, whatever happens, happens, and just called for the 1,800 horsepower he's got under the hood, and it was there.
We're going to look at it again, Mike, and we're going to look at it speed.
Watch and listen to the motor. Listen to the motor as he barks down through here. On it, off of it, back on it. Now he calls for the motor. Just screaming. Ooh, that's big big-time
He
horsepower.
whipped that home. That's Ricky Bell from Nashville.
Isn't the paint beautiful on this?
Gorgeous.
House of Color in Nashville painted that truck.
Well, the road to you-know-where is paved with good intentions. Is the road to a super-modified win paved with bad intentions? 144 feet and 8 inches, not a bad pull. Well, if you're ever on I-71 in the Louisville, Kentucky area, perhaps you've gone through the Grange, and if you have, perhaps you have seen this, the neatest looking truck on the super modified circuit.